The exhibition is called A Color Notation, which is a reference to an early 20th century book by H. Munsell called A Color Notation. Munsell was trying to do something that many people have tried to do over time, which is try to invent a system for describing images in such a way that you could measure them and reproduce them. In that way, it's an earlier version of using computer vision and things like artificial intelligence to try to transform images into math. In all of the works in the exhibition, what I'm trying to show is what images, and by extension the world, looks like through machines that we build to see the world. And the world looks very different through the quote-unquote eyes of a machine than it might look through your or my eyes. Historically, we've always needed a human to look at images in order to interpret them, but now we build machines to look at images and interpret them for other machines. So what does it mean that seeing has been automated, and can we see into the ways in which machines see the world? So when I'm looking at a landscape, I'm thinking about histories of landscape photography, people like Carlton Watkins in the case of Multnomah Falls. When I'm looking at clouds, I'm thinking of long histories of artists who've looked at the sky, Stieglitz, Turner. When I'm looking at flowers, I'm thinking about histories of still lifes, thinking about histories of allegory and the many, many complicated ways in which these sorts of images have been used by artists to mean different things throughout time. So I'm looking for images that really inhabit that crossroads or that axis between art history and technology. There's two basic operations going on in the exhibition in terms of how I'm using computer vision. Some of the works I'm using more classical approaches to computer vision, using algorithms to extract lines and shapes, patterns. In some of the other works, I'm using machine learning algorithms that are trying to determine for themselves which parts of the image are relevant. So when you see some of the images that have lines and strokes, what you're seeing is a computer trying to make sense of the image in terms of traditional forms of geometry. In the images that are in color, that you don't see lines, but you see odd colors, what you're seeing is the computer trying to invent for itself different kinds of geometry to make sense of that image. And in the black and white images, I think it simplifies that geometry even more. We are seeing, in a way, a clearer picture of what the computer vision algorithm is looking for in a particular image.